have another question from the gang in the audience.
Hi, my name's David.
Hi, David.
Absolutely love the show, obviously. The question I have is, we've seen Penny change from the first season, from being very kind of a ditzy blonde to being very street smart, as well as her clothing change from the first season, whereas she's now dressing more modestly. And I'm just wondering how that decision was being made. Do you have characters that in the show that you're specifically writing for, or is it everybody writes for every character and makes those decisions?
Well, it kind of mirrored a change in Bill's personality from a ditzy blonde to a...
I don't think, I think that we just got to know Penny better. I think that, I think the pilot is a little off the series, but starting with the first episode of the series, which is episode 2, I think that's the Penny that she always was, but we spent more time with her. Although the wardrobe was a specific request, and that was based on her getting a smidge of success.
I think it was around the time she got that the hemorrhoid
when she got the
commercial.
hemorrhoid commercial.
We decided she probably got some money from that and maybe bought some more grown-up clothes.
But there's also the thing, and that was based on actors and actresses that we know, where once you get a little bit of success and you realize
you buy a Bush costume. You buy a Bush costume.
Yeah, that's right. But that I assume you guys deal with this, which is the notion that when you go out in public and you can be recognized, you want to look reasonable.
I always look disgusting.
But you always look fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I do.
And so do you.
Yeah.
And to answer your other question, we write for all the characters. We don't write for an individual character.
That would be hard to do, because the characters say things to each other, so if one person wrote for one character, it would be very difficult to create
Well, you
a
could
script.
say things to me, and then I would say things back
That's
to
true.
you.
That's true.
But what if someone got sick? Then Johnny wouldn't be in an episode. That'd be terrible.
Hi. Hi.
My name is Francesca, and I am a PhD student in geology.
The rock.
I noticed that more than once Sheldon picks on us. It's very funny, I love it. But why did you choose us? Why geology?
Actually, those lines are all Jim Parsons. He ad-libs all crap geology against our wishes.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you could admit it. It's not really a science. Come on, it's a hobby, right? It's rock collecting, isn't it? I don't know. David, do you get at UCLA when you're walking through the halls? Do the geologists stop you and ask you what the heck is going on?
I've had to stay out of the geology building.
They actually will throw rocks at you. It's my understanding.
it's the most dangerous science to piss off.
That's right. You know what this is? This is feldspar. This is quartz.
But they're probably not that great at throwing. Sorry, I can't help it.
We have a lot of geology jokes that we haven't put in the script yet. Apparently, you're hearing them all now. So.
You're only encouraging them.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Stephanie. So I'm a huge fan of Amy and Sheldon, and I know the coitus question was kind of already answered, but I want to know if there's any tidbits you guys can give us on anything in that relationship coming up in the next season.
I believe Amy will continue to try to get her way. I'm pretty confident in saying that. I don't know.
They're kind of a sort of an irresistible force, immovable object thing to write. I mean, it always baffles me how much Amy has gotten Sheldon to move.
Right.
Yeah, that's always amazing. But it's a very interesting thing in the writer's room, because With Sheldon, you have a character who comes from a place of no, I'm not going to change at all. And it's a lot of interesting work in the room for somebody to say, what if Amy did this? And at some point somebody will say something, and then you go, okay, yeah, he'd give in at that point, right? Yeah.
I also kind of think part of the charm of their relationship is its sort of glacial pace. I think there's such a sweetness to that I don't know. I think one of the virtues is how slowly we move it forward. It also gives us, that way the show can last a lot longer. A lot of us have kids who need to go to college.
It moves at a geologic pace, Francesca.
Like that's exciting. Yeah. You're all,
Hey, nice shirt.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is that Melissa?
I look good.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart and soul, thank you all for running a show that makes me feel good that I can stay home on a Friday night and count my comic books. And for making us laugh, cry, think, and feel, and just enjoy about who we are. So my question is, are we ever going to see the Koothrappali's visit the gang in Pasadena?
I think it's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Sure. We've talked about it. It hasn't happened yet, but we've definitely talked about it.
Excellent. Will we ever see Mrs. Wolowitz?
We've seen
slight
glimpses of her.
Will we see?
Like Bigfoot.
Yes.
Will we see more of her?
Well, there's a lot of her to see. So we can show parts of her and really drag that out for a long time.
They need to make wider screen televisions.
well, no, it's a fictional character. Somebody went, for a fictional character.
Reveal who
Oh no, she. But the actress who does Mrs. Wolowitz's voice is Carol Ann Susi, who's a terrific actress. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell the story really fast because I've told it here once. But she said to me, "Bill, it's the craziest thing. I was sitting in a restaurant talking to my friend, and someone said to me, 'Are you the mother on The Big Bang Theory?' I don't know how they recognized me."
No, okay.